Hello everyone. We're going to solve this problem maximum value after insertion on leetcode. So the problem statement is we have a large integer as a string. Let's say the integer is uh, one is a string. Let's say it's 1, 3, 4, 5, and we have an integer x, which is, let's say it is 2 in this case, and after the insertion I'm going to rename this to s because it's a string, and so we want to insert this 2 into this string so we can get the maximum value. How can we insert it in this case? So if I insert number 2 at the beginning, we're going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I insert after 1, we're going to get 1, sorry, we've got 2, 1, 3, 4, 5. If I insert it here, it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and uh, let's make this. If we insert it here, we're going to get 1, and so on. 1, 3, 4, 2, 5. 1, 3, 4, 5, 2. So it is obvious that this is the answer, so we didn't even need to go that far. So the algorithm is we compare, we scan from left to right. If the current number, which is if x is greater than this, we just insert it. And what if it's a negative? If it's negative, and in this case we're gonna have like -132. So here we need to yeah, I'm gonna make this shorter so we can get to the to solve the problem faster. So if we cannot insert before the minus, so let's say we insert here, get 2, 1, 3, 2. Well, let's say this is 4 so we don't get confused, and minus 1, 2, 3, 4, and minus 1, 3, 2, 4, minus 1, 3, 4, 2. So obviously this is the maximum here. And so in this case we need to compare one by one, and the moment that we see 2 is less than 2, less than 3, we insert it there. So that's a basic approach. And now we start coding. So first I want to get the size of the string. I'm going to capture it into a variable n so we can use it later. And then since we are working with characters, I'm gonna, and this is an integer, I'm gonna convert this uh, integer x to a character c. So now we can, like, basically if x is 2, here is going to be like a character 2, so we can compare. And then we're going to check the first, and basically we're looking for the index where to put x, and that index is, we're going to call it I. We need to start from 0 uh, if s is not negative, and otherwise I should start from 1. So there's a very nice trick to do this. We can do a comparison. If s of 0 is equal to minus sign, this will return true, and true converts the integer to 1. And if it's false, I is going to be 0. So now if we say if I, that means if I is true, or this is negative in this case. This is case. And otherwise, here it is positive. S is positive. We just scan basically while we say while loop, while I, first of all, we need to make sure the boundaries I is less than the size of the string, and then s of I, the current integer, is less than sorry, the current integer is less than what we want to insert, which we converted to less than or equal to C, then I plus plus. Just move on if it's smaller. And otherwise do the opposite basically. Just gonna get rid of this comments while I less than n and s of I greater than or equal to C, again I plus plus. And at the end, so now so far we have the index where we need to insert, so we just return of the substring from 0 to I plus the character, which is X, but it's converted to a character, and then from I to the rest of the string. And yeah, basically that's it. Just going to run this to make sure there's no compile errors or anything. So yes, we have this working for a negative number. Now let's try a positive number. And now let's run all the sample cases, and then we can submit. So again, here, if the first character is equal to minus, so this is true, this is 1, we start from 1, and then I'm going to bring this example again. Look at here, so let's say this is minus 1, 2, 3, so or I would start from, yeah, I'm going to make a space here just to make it clear, and this is I, so I is 2 greater than 1, yes, so move forward. This is I. Is 2 greater, sorry, is 3 smaller than 2? No, so I is gonna be this is basically, this is the index 0, 1, 2, so I is gonna be 2, and then we're gonna end up inserting this here, so it's gonna be minus 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, I'm gonna remove this and go back to run all sample test cases and just submit, and yes, we get accepted. Well, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next videos.